Alright, y'all, this is just a random video. Kind of a quick rant. I'm a little bit inebriated right now, so keep that in mind. And I was just thinking, I had this thought. Actually, I've had this thought a couple of times, actually. Um, and again, it may be just, hippie talk. It may be nothing to it. It may be just, I'm just theorizing. I'm just talking shit. I'm just bullshitting, basically. I'm just theorizing, just throwing shit out there. So don't just take it with a grain of salt. And I'm kind of fucked up right now too, so keep that in mind. Not I already said that. I'm just kind of how do I even say it? God damn, can't get right. Reiterating it. Okay. Anyway, whatever. So I had this thought, right? I feel like possibly there's some people, like, how you have like just general people or life forms around you, or conscious, sentient, aware people around you, or human beings, or beings around you that are aware and conscious of themselves and their environment around them at a high enough rate to where they can be completely aware intellectually. I don't know, maybe just overcomplicating that. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is people around you that make up the world, society, biological life in general, that is sentient. I feel like there's certain people that really literally are just like, almost like, they just literally hold space. They literally just basically, they need to be there. It's like they're basically like they're basically making the set for the play possible by them playing the role. And anyone that's ever had a really intense psychedelic trip will get what I'm saying without me really having to explain it. But I always come back to this feeling, when I, whatever, I do whatever I do. And, even like just sitting here looking over at the ocean, if you ever have certain types of experiences, you will notice the energy frequencies, patterns over the ocean. You'll just start to see the patterns, these invisible layers of energy, like just that's what the ocean is. I mean, it's literally energy and frequency and vibration and sound, and you'll start to be able to see that if you're in certain states. I'll put it that way. And you can just kind of see like these invisible layers of reality just kind of overlapping everything. And everything is overlapping everything because everything makes up everything. So everything is literally everything. I don't know how else to say that to make it make sense, but yeah, everything is literally overlapping itself because everything is the same thing. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, I know what I'm trying to say, but what I'm saying is, once you start to notice these things, or if you ever are able to perceive them or notice them, I'm not even saying you necessarily have to take anything, but I will say it makes it more apparent. It's just crazy because I'm sitting here looking at it, and if I look away a little bit, I can kind of notice it more. But when I kind of look directly at it, it kind of like disappears again. But like the ocean is literally like an energetic sea. That's literally what it is. You can literally see it. As weird as that sounds, as hippie-ish as that may sound to people. I mean, everything is a sea of energy. Even though I'm sitting here like on a fucking balcony. Hold on one second. Sorry. Even though I'm sitting here on the fucking balcony, like, um, I believe that I and everything and everyone else is just basically floating in the sea of energy that is just condensed or solidified or slowed down enough to give the illusion of a well, space and time, first of all, and or the illusion of time, or the illusion of a progression of linear events, moment by moment, which we call time. So I mean, it's basically like a snapshot of basically, because reality is just one constant moment. If you think about it, there's only now. So if there's only now, then what we call time is basically just the universe going, now it's now, now it's now, now it's now, now it's now, now it's now. And so it's the same goddamn now. It's just, it's like the universe has to blink. That's like the universe's way of blinking to give it the illusion of something else beside itself. And so, like, if you never blinked, it would just be black, basically. There will be nothing. If you never, like, blinked your eyes, this is how I think about it, at least. If I never, like, blinked my eyes and opened it back up, it would just be blackness. It would be nothing to see. You know, like, if I just, like, put, like, my hand over the camera, like, imagine this is the universe. You know, well, it's supposed to be black on the shred, whatever the fuck. But, like, if there was just, like, you know, blackness, and there was no blinking or no, you know, moment by moment or illusion of linear time or progression of, you know, an event, it would just be like nothing. It's blackness. You know, like life couldn't exist. Nothing could be possible. The universe would have nothing to experience outside of nothingness or outside of itself. So nothingness will be all that there was, even though like that is all that there is. It's a contradiction, but hey, what can you do? The universe wants to know itself, and to know itself, it has to experience something other than itself. And to do that, it has to create an illusion of something other than itself. Because without that, there is nothing else to experience. God damn, it's fucked up. Man, it's fucked up. It's a fucked up situation, man. Can you imagine, like, just being the only thing, your one singularity, and you're like, is there anything else outside of me? Am I even aware that I, like, just imagine, like, wondering if you're even aware that you exist, and do you even have the ability to question if you even are aware of your own existence? And, like, what does it even mean to exist? What does it mean to not exist? This shit will fuck you up. Because, you know, existence is as big or as small as you can literally infinitely imagine. It can be a tiny box, or it can be like an infinite everything, because everything and nothing is contained within, you know, one thing. You know, one thing is everything and it's nothing. So literally everything and nothing fits inside nothing. It's just doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make fucking sense, but it does. It doesn't. Listen, here's the thing. It doesn't even have to make sense. That's how fucked up it is. Like, making sense, just logic, just completely just doesn't even exist. Logic is an illusion. So, like, trying to contemplate reality at this level, just screw logic. Because at this point, there is no such thing as logic. Logic doesn't even exist. Logic is something that the human mind created. Like, the idea that something has to make sense, the mind makes that up. It's like the whole idea of life has to be possible to exist. Clearly it doesn't if there's nothing. Oh my God. Oh man. Anyway, I'm getting on this hippie talk now, man. Like I can talk about this shit all day, man. I had to. But yeah, I want to get back to the topic real quick because I kind of lost my train of thought and got off topic. But yeah, I really feel like, you know, a lot of people. I don't even want to say a lot of people, but I just feel like there's some people that exist in the world in reality that are very much aware. I'll put it like this: some people forgot, obviously, they're just going about their everyday life. And then there's some people that, whether they just took way too many shrooms or acid or whatever the fuck they did, they know what the fuck this is. And they remember. And so like now when you're back in the world and you remember, it's like you have to kind of decide if you want to like really fully like be like you were once before you remembered, or just kind of like basically like be a placeholder and basically like just basically be a prop in the set because this shit really ain't what it looks like. But it's not right if you mess it up for everybody else, because that's kind of the whole point of what this was made for. The whole point was to forget, even though like once you remember, you're like, oh shit. So I've been just kind of sitting here playing, and though like people that have had this moment, they know exactly what I'm talking about. This realization, like this moment of clarity, where like you remember some shit, whether it's through some kind of experience, you remember, and I think everybody has that moment that goes that deeply into these types of things, and they're like, well, yeah, because on one hand, it's like, well, that's what the whole point of life is, to basically, descend down into physicality, to forget that there's nothing outside of you. And we forgot that there's nothing out, literally, there's nothing outside of what we're actually rendering ourselves, this illusion of space and time. And that was why we did what we did, because like there's nothing else. And so the whole point was to dream enough to where the whole point was to cause ourselves to dream, deep down long enough to forget that there's nothing in existence except for like the singularity, which is ourself, basically, right? That was the whole point. So the whole idea of like, oh, I gotta wake up everybody out of the matrix, it's like, yeah, that's one way of looking at it, but at the same time, you're like, but the whole point was to kind of create a matrix, like a physical reality to exist in, to live in, to have a life, basically, or the illusion of one. So like trying to escape it is like, damn, I want to escape it, but then it's like, if I escape it, like, what is it going to be like? Is it going, you know what I'm saying? So I think we've all had that moment. That's kind of, hold on one second. We've all had that moment where you kind of, came into these different states of consciousness, and you can't talk about this stuff every day because you do sound crazy. You sound crazy and you look crazy, but like, if like once you, like, when you remember this information, like, you remember that you've always known it, and you've always forgotten it, and you've always remembered, or you brought this information back to yourself. This is nothing new. Even though it always seems new, it's very ancient. It's literally like the most ancient awareness that everybody actually knows. Everybody knows this, but we purposely forgot. Like, everybody literally knows this shit. Like, I don't know nothing that motherfuckers don't know, literally in their DNA. Like, this shit is literally in everybody and everything's DNA. It's just you trained yourself and you made yourself go to sleep, which was the point, to experience physical life. because there's nothing else outside of yourself. And you need to forget that there's nothing else outside of yourself. So yes, and many, in my opinion, there's many people here, like all these agents and stuff like that people talk about. I mean, I do believe that they're real. Even like with the shadow governments and stuff like that. They're literally just here to keep a system going because I feel like once you get to be so aware and conscious, it literally disrupts things. Rather, it's just your awareness. And there's people that, same people, there's really no one else that there could be, but their job is just to like, damn, this nigga literally knows too much. Or like, I can't really be mad at him for knowing too much, but he just knows too much. Like, what do we do about this nigga? I really do think that there's people like that exist, and like they really don't know what to do because you knowing what you know, like you can't help that. As weird as this sounds, you can't help but disrupt and fuck shit up. It's just this is how it is. Like just knowing shit, being aware of shit, you just peep shit, you be just knowing shit. You're like, yeah, I'm not going for that. Even though I understand that, like that's how you got it set up. Now that I know y'all are doing shit like that, like I can't go along with that. I can't go, bro. I can't do it. I know what you're doing now, and now that I know, I see what you're doing, and I know that on one level of awareness, I was supposed to be like just okay with that, or just go along with it because I wasn't able to notice what you were doing. But now that I can clearly see what you're doing, I gotta say fuck you now. I gotta say fuck you. And that's just like how I'm looking at a lot of this shit in the world, like a lot of these viruses and stuff. It's like I see what y'all are doing. Y'all are just playing a role. Like I can see this shit is like the more I just pay attention, everything is literally like just I'm like, oh my god, this shit is so fake to me now. Like, it really just seems like we're just acting out roles, and I'm just like, I can't. This shit is just too fake. I can't. I gotta create something new. Like once you get to a certain awareness, like this shit, it's so fake and plasticky. Like you can't. And I know this sounds really big headed, but it's like you literally have to like do something else. Because once you see I don't even want to call it fake because it's not. Well, I mean, it's just you just see everything for what it is. You see the news for what it is. I'm like, bro, why did I even watch the news, bro? Like, why does anybody watch the news? Like, why do we even watch this shit? Oh, because we're supposed to have a certain perception of the world and reality and ourselves, and there's a certain version of you or me that was supposed to watch that to maintain a certain, quantum version of myself that fit and suited that reality of the Matrix very well. But once you see outside of that, it's like, oh shit, like he's not buying this shit no more. What do we do? He's not buying our bullshit. He's telling other people that we're full of shit. How do we address this? Make more bullshit. I don't fucking know. Sell some better bullshit. Like that's what they're doing. I swear, like I've never seen so many back-to-back pandemic and world-ending, viruses at once just pop up out of nowhere. They're like, oh yeah, the Hansa virus. I'm like, wow, that sounds pretty scary. That sounds pretty serious. I guess I'll just not give a fuck like I did about the last one. The Hansa virus. I'll just keep not giving a shit because I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I have bills. I have shit I have to do still. Like my life is not stopping because you claim that the world has to wear a fucking mask, and I got shit I gotta still do, and I am still doing. It's not stopping anything in my reality, at least. I don't know about y'all, but it's not stopping anything. I'm not even scared anymore. I really don't even care. But there's literally people in the world, they're like, oh my god. And there's people like reporting on it. They're like, oh my god, yeah, you guys, this is getting bad. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm just looking at them like, Yeah, you have fun with that, buddy. You have a great time with that pandemic there, my friend. You have great life with that. I'm going to continue not to give a fuck. It's just crazy, man. It's I try not to judge people best I can, but even some of the like conscious people, like and I get it, like because people in their mind they're being responsible and thoughtful of other people and trying to be safe. That's all I say. I try not to judge people on how they, but I'm just like, man, like I've never seen this many viruses like just pop up, and it's just like, okay, the hantavirus. Now they're like, oh, Ebola. Like Ebola ain't never existed, nigga. Like Ebola is like, I remember that shit when I was young as fuck. Like this, they act like this is something new. Do y'all not remember they did the same? Oh my god, bro. Like I see it all so clearly now. Like, and so here's the thing. I think this is what the difference between certain people staying in the so-called matrix, and you could call it leveling up, you can call it whatever, awakening, whatever you want to call it, whatever bullshit. It's the same goddamn thing. You get to this point where you see shit for what it is, and the same shit that used to kind of take you down a certain path energetically or spiritually, get you all bent out of shape, get you all scared. Oh my god, it's another pandemic. Put my mask on. It's like, bro, you don't have to. I mean, if you want to do it, but you don't have to. Like, how scared can I make these niggas over something that I'm basically putting in their mind that they're going to, in essence, create their own monsters to do what I want them to do anyway. I'm just creating an idea, and basically like the concept of the movie Inception. There's people that will create a dream of a pandemic, and then they use your fear to manifest that reality of a pandemic actually happening again. So like there's actually people that are creating whole realities where like the pandemic is killing everybody and everyone's dying. Oh my god. This shit is really happening for some people. This shit is really a real thing. Like this is really, because in your mind, if you can't see past this shit for what it is, and you're still like freaking out, then like you might really believe that this shit is that deep. You might really think that, oh my god, like this is the world's ending. I'm just like, bro, literally ain't nothing fucking happening. Bro, literally ain't nothing fucking happening, bro. I swear to God, nothing's happening. They're like, no, it's a pandemic. I'm like, where? Nigga, where? Where's the pandemic at? They're like, it's right there. Even like when the fucking coronavirus was going on, like, bro, like there was people on the news like showing a bunch of dead bodies and shit. I'm literally like, I'm a security guard. I worked in the fucking place. I'm like, where the fuck are these dead bodies at? I don't see none of this shit. Am I in a different universe? In an alternate reality? I'm like, I ain't seeing none of this shit. I literally worked at the healthcare place for a short time. I didn't see none of that shit. I'm like, where, like the news is showing like people dying, like dead bodies. I'm like, where are these niggas that's dying at? I don't see them. Like where? Where does this shit exist at? I don't see anything. I'm literally here right now. I'm here right now. Like, I'm like, so either somebody's lying or I'm just in another quantum universe where like this shit don't affect me. Cause I'm not seeing none of this shit. I don't see anything. I don't see it. But people really did die. So this is what I'm saying. This is how like crazy this is. Like people really did die from the coronavirus. Like that shit really did happen. Or did they die from something else? Did they die from the coronavirus? Or did they die from the idea of the coronavirus? Or COVID? Did they die from what they were supposed to believe COVID was? Which their own mind then created in their reality where something killed them psychologically and then manifested as physically? Or did an actual COVID exists. It's whatever you fucking believe. Because niggas did die. Motherfuckers did die. So what killed them? That's only, I can't tell you. I can't prove it. I can't say for sure. But I was good though. I did get sick for a little bit, but I was just like, shit. Hey, I went on about my business. I'm still here. A new day's here. So like, fuck it. It is what it is. I'm not going to just sit here and just spear life and sit in a fucking bubble and just be like, oh my God, I can't live my life. I'm not that kind of person. And I mean, I'm kind of just, I don't want to say, I'm not a rebel necessarily, but when someone tries to restrict me and like tell me I can't move and, oh, you gotta wear a mask, and like, I may do it for a while to be polite. I'm like, no, this is fucking stupid. This mask is not going to fucking save my life. Like, if this is the only thing keeping me from dying, you know what? I'm done. I'm done. I can't do this. This is fucking retarded. This is stupid. Stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. This mask ain't doing shit. If you really believe that a mask is going to save you in a world-ending pandemic, then you have bigger problems than a world-ending pandemic. Bro, your survival skills suck ass. Like, not even a hazmat suit, a fucking paper mask. That's going to save your life. That's the cure. A fucking paper mask. But come on, bro. Like, I can't do this. I can't. This is terrible. The acting's horrible. Like, it doesn't even seem scary. Not to me. Again, to people that are like susceptible to this shit, it probably seems very scary, and they're like getting nervous. Oh my God, should I just? I'm like, hey, I mean, it's whatever you believe. If you like it, I love it. If you buy into this shit, hey, God bless you. God bless you, sir, ma'am. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care anymore to try to like wake people up to be like, they're tricking y'all. Like if you don't get this shit by now, like, it's not for you to get. And I'm not judging it or not judging it. I'm just saying it is literally what it is. It's not my responsibility to get people to see it. Because who the fuck am I? Who am I to wake you up? Nobody. I'm just some random guy just like you. So who the fuck am I? I'm nobody. So if you have not made it a point to wake yourself up, then you're not meant to. And even waking up is just because you wake up doesn't mean you're doing the right thing. It's just you're becoming aware on another level. You're seeing more, you're just aware more. But it ain't like that's the right thing to do. It's just you can't help that you're aware of certain shit now. You can't help it. You can't help that. Because once you become aware of certain shit, like, you just can't do shit the same way. You can't go back to doing the same shit. Even when you really want to, you can't. I've tried to. And I just cannot go back to doing the same shit because I'm like, this shit is so retarded. I can't even pretend no more. Those that, if you know, like, it's a certain shit about life. Like, you try to kind of like just go back into like your routines of certain shit you used to do a certain way, and it don't hit the same no more. It's different now. It's just different now. It's the same, but it's different. It's hard to put into words. You still appreciate it, but at the same time, you see it a different way now. And again, you still appreciate it, but it's just at the same time, it ain't the same as it once was. That's the best I can describe it. That's the best I can describe it, at least right now, at least. So, but yeah, I think like there's like placeholders, people that hold space. They're very much aware of what this is, where they're at, and they just like, yeah, I know what this is, but I'm not going to get out of character, because if I get out of character, then that might make you freak out and realize some shit, even though like we kind of all do eventually, but you're not ready to realize it right now because you're not ready to. So I'll just sit here and hold this space and basically pretend like this is what it seems like, even though I know it's not. I know exactly what it is. I'll just pretend that it's not that though, so it makes you more comfortable, basically. And that's what people that hold space do. They just make shit seem more real than what it actually is. Because if everybody was in a frequency and a space of, oh yeah, I know what this is, like this is, you know what I'm saying, then I feel like this reality would just kind of like just start to kind of break apart. I won't say break apart, but like the glue that makes this shit kind of like work and, you know, make it kind of somewhat coexist. That very fragile glue, which is not very strong, that barely holds this version of, you know, humanity or existence up, would very much disintegrate, in my opinion, figuratively and literally. So like there literally has to be people that hold space. It could just be somebody just, you know, pretending to be a certain type of person because it makes you keep being a certain type of person, to where it makes somebody else keep being a certain type of person, to where this shit kind of works, even though it doesn't really work, but it kind of works, even though it's still kind of fucked up. But if that one person ceases to hold that space, that could be the only thing from that person losing his fucking mind, which makes somebody else lose their fucking mind, and so on. That's just one example of how fragile this shit really is. You know, this shit is very fragile because everybody's emotional and mental state is somewhat kind of interconnected. As much as we hate to admit it, it very much is interconnected and intertwined. We literally feed and feel each and every emotion and frequency, whether we want to admit it or not. Oh, I'm not like, no, nigga, like we do it at a very subconscious level, but like we definitely are affecting. In other words, this is a collective. This is not this is a single thing, and we are individuals, but we are individually collective at the same time. So yes, you have your individuality, but even in your individuality, you're still collectively one thing, one whole thing. You can't get around it. I mean, I'm sorry, you just can't. I'm not even really a people person per se, but you know, I'm aware of that dynamic all the time. So when I deal with people, I'm like, I don't really like this nigga, but he's a human just like me, so I gotta at least respect him at least. Or give him the same basic human dignity that I want. I don't have to fucking like him, but I can just give him fucking human dignity and, you know what I'm saying, basic shit. You respect me, I respect you. But I don't gotta do no extra shit. Anyway, I just wanted to have this quick rant because I was just thinking about this shit. Yeah, are you a fucking space holder, placeholder? Am I a placeholder? I feel like a placeholder. Like sometimes I be just so like I'm just being a certain person because like that's who some people around me need me to be to keep them from losing their shit. You know, like, and maybe that's just me thinking way too much of myself because maybe I want to feel important. But I don't be trying to think this shit though. I mean, it just be coming out of nowhere. So I'm like, am I projecting, or like, are these real thoughts? Like, is this real? Am I just imagining these things? Like, I can't tell the difference at this point. Are these my thoughts? Are these other people's thoughts? You know, what's the difference? You know, if you're talking about a collective, whose thoughts are they? There's nobody's thoughts. There's just thoughts. Nobody can really own them, even though, like we say, you have to control your thoughts. Can you really though? Can you really? Can you like reach up into a cloud and be like, okay, I'm going to like think this thought, only good thoughts, and never have any bad? You can't. It's impossible. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You can try, and good luck with that. God bless you, but I've tried it, and it does not work. In other words, trying to always be positive and happy absolutely does not work. It sounds good, but it absolutely does not work. That's part of my problem with, like, mainstream spirituality. They're like, oh, if you just keep positive thoughts. I'm like, well, you try that, and you let me know how that goes for you, because life happens, and you're not going to always feel good every day, all day. But if you don't, it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong, or you're being low vibrational. It just means that you know life just happens, and it pisses you off sometimes. You didn't do anything. In other words, you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do shit wrong. You don't need to go meditate some more. You just need to go, oh well, fuck it then, and get on with it, basically. And when you feel better, you do. But don't beat yourself up for like not feeling great, and don't think you have to go rush to go raise your freaking vibration and frequency, because oh my god, like my vibration's low now. Like, who gives a fuck? Who cares if your vibration's low? Did you eat today? Did you have something good to eat? Did you have a good meal? I don't know. Like, why are we so obsessed with keeping our vibration high? Like, at what point did God come out the sky and say your vibration's supposed to always be high? Like, do like the waves on the ocean like not go up high and then crash? Like, these fucking waves don't just keep going up and up and up, but they somehow never stop though. Seriously, like, I don't even think I want to always feel good, because how can I really feel good if I always feel good? To feel good, you have to have something to make you to not feel good. Now, I don't want to always feel bad or horrible, but like it's just like if you just constantly eat sugar. Can you imagine just eating sugar like nonstop, something sweet or really really good? Even like shit I really really like, it's so good. I like, if I eat it, like I'm like, okay, I've had enough. It's good, but like you get so much of a good thing, it like kind of loses like its meaning. You know what I'm saying? Like your senses become like just desensitized by it. And like after a while, it's like, okay, this is really good food. It just doesn't even like, it starts to almost taste like nothing. If you just keep eating really good food, eventually it'll taste like nothing. So if you just keep having nothing but good experiences, you're not going to ever feel anything. You won't feel anything. You're going to be just numb. And also, if you keep feeling bad things and negativity, it's the same thing. So like, it's always like this weird push and pull, opposing forces of like reality and nature. Like a little bit of good, a little bit of bad, a little bit of bad, a little bit of good, but not too much, but not too little. Give some, take some. And that's just how reality is always kind of moment by moment, like existing. Everything is a very, very delicate, like, balance, where it's anything a little bit off could like literally just destroy everything, even a fraction. Reality, I would imagine, is very delicate, and there's probably like different versions of it in different universes. They have different rules and different equations mathematically. It's where things are working and possibly impossible, where where they are working. What I'm saying? Everything is working and coexisting, more or less, depending on that universe or that reality or that bubble or that cosmic or that quantum reality, whatever you want to call it. The universe has its own dynamics and rules, and God knows all kind of bullshit. But I'm getting hungry actually, and I don't know what I want to eat, but I want to eat something. That sounded kind of weird. Gosh, I cannot believe I literally have been ranting for 40 minutes about nothing and everything. But this is my last day here, y'all. Whenever I come to the beach, I like to have these weird, random, hippie kind of conversations with myself or the camera or whoever likes hearing these weird talking points of mine, even though like no one's watching currently. So yes, technically I am talking to myself, which I'm completely okay with because I do it. I actually do it a lot. And I think we all kind of are talking to ourselves because ultimately, technically, there's just one voice in your head. And that's the same voice that's talking in this video right now. The same voice that's listening. The same voice that's talking down there. You know, it's like, so we're all kind of just making videos where we're just kind of watching ourselves and talking to ourselves. If you want to get literal about it, you know, even though it sounds kind of lame, if you want to get technical, we've always been talking to ourselves, even though not really, but kind of really. But I'm not going to tell y'all that. You figure that shit out yourself because I'm done. You know, at least right now, at least until I forget again, and then I have to remind myself, and then remind other people, and then shit just goes on and on. Like those waves, it doesn't stop. It just keeps on going. This shit is never going to stop. This is existence. This is eternity. This is what you got. A never-ending ocean of potentiality, always birthing and destroying itself simultaneously in every possible instance, every potential reality that ever could, ever would, ever will, ever won't exist. So, good luck with that. Have fun with that, you know, because I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to do with that myself, but just to, I don't know. I'm hungry now and I'm going to eat. So, yeah, good talk.